When Ashley originally presented this idea to me, it was her idea to have cheap recipes. So I guess she's financially struggling at the moment. But I
Oh
wanna
my
ask,
gosh.
Welcome to Her Talks, the podcast for all things Marshall University. I'm Luke Jeffrey,
I'm Ashley McClure.
and today we're giving you a 5-course meal for a broke college student.
Before that, though, let's start the week on the right foot. Life is full of uncertainties, but they seem to be around more for college students. If you're unsure what the next step is in your education, career path, or general life holds, Abraham Lincoln says the best way to predict your future is to create it.
Now, I like Abraham Lincoln, but I would add on to that when creating your future, don't create a future in which you're a can crusher. It's soda pressing.
Soda pressing. Yes. Okay. Moving on. Today we have 5 courses for you for a broke college student. And our recipe number 1 is a strawberry banana smoothie.
Ooh.
So we have milk that's 2%, strawberries, banana, and plain Greek yogurt. All of this together is $9.84. However, per serving is only $1.23.
That's pretty good. It's hard to beat those prices.
For sure.
I'm also not much of a smoothie man. Well, not much of a breakfast man, but I'd give smoothie a try. I love bananas, so that would be the one that kind of pushes me over the edge to give it a shot.
Yeah.
So moving on from breakfast, we're going to get into some main lunch, dinner, entrees. And when Ashley originally presented this idea to me, it was her idea to have cheap recipes. So I guess she's financially struggling at the moment. But I
Oh
wanna
my
ask,
gosh.
But
No.
she said that way
I'm okay.
I heard she's starting GoFundMe. But that way students won't have to eat ramen every
Support
single
me.
day. And in my head I went, I would love to eat ramen every single day.
No.
Yes. So I have a different type of ramen though. This one's actually vegan friendly. It's creamy mushroom ramen. So for this, you're going to need cooking oil, baby bella mushrooms, vegetable broth, fresh spinach, a package of ramen noodles. You can discard the seasoning, so pick whichever one you want. Coconut milk canned, and optional, you can have green onion and chili garlic sauce or sriracha. So this comes out to a total of $16.52, but it's up to 6 servings. So that's almost a full week of creamy mushroom ramen. And it's $3 a serving. So for $3 a day, you can have this. It's pretty simple to prepare. Only takes about 15 minutes prep and cook. Chop up those mushrooms. Start your broth in a sauce pot. Throw the noodles in. About 3 minutes. Take them out. You got the sauce. Put them over. And then you can garnish it with your onions and chili garlic sauce or sriracha of your choosing.
Well, coming from a girl who's only had ramen once, I would try it.
I love ramen, so I would eat it for 6. I would eat all 6 servings, maybe in one day.
Oh.
2 for breakfast.
You're defeating the point of this episode.
2 for breakfast, 2 for lunch, and 2 for dinner. I mean, that's still only $20 for one day, so it's not terrible.
This is coming from the guy who ate uncooked ramen.
There was no time to cook it. I was surviving in the wilderness in Boy Scouts.
Good memories. All right, our next recipe is a grilled tomato pesto mozzarella sandwich. So you have your choice of bread, pesto, tomatoes, and mozzarella. All this comes to $11.32. However, per serving, it's $1.03. So can't really beat that price.
No, we're getting $1 meals. You can't go to the dollar store and get that. Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, none of them have something.
No,
like
and
that. Isn't
these
that
are
good?
healthy. This is healthy.
It is. If you're cutting back, you're wanting to go lean, you're on your cut, past the bulk, whatever. These are some pretty good options, and they're cheap, too.
Yeah, for sure.
So for our 4th recipe, we have another pesto meal. Creamy pesto mac and cheese with spinach. So if you're going for the Popeye physique, this one's perfect for you. For this, you'll need uncooked macaroni, butter, all-purpose flour, whole milk, grated Parmesan, basil pesto, salt, freshly cracked pepper, and frozen spinach. Now, when I found this recipe, I didn't realize that freshly cracked pepper was such a hot thing on the market because one container of it is $11.
Like, why? It's pepper.
It's half the price of the recipe. So in total, it's $23.44. It serves two, which makes each serving $11.72. But if you replace the pepper, it's like $5 for each serving of mac and cheese. So it's not as bad as it seems. It's just the cracked pepper. But it would probably last you 2 years if you bought that bottle of it. So it's okay. This one's also fairly simple. Mine are a little more complicated than the smoothie, but smoothies are pretty easy just on their own.
Yes.
So for this, you throw the spinach in, you thaw it out, and while it's thawing out, you can either do that in the microwave or whatever. Then you start on the other stuff. Bring a pot of water to a boil, throw in your macaroni. While you're boiling that, you make the sauce, butter, flour, your whole milk, Parmesan. Mix it all up. The sauce will thicken. Throw in your pesto, cracked pepper, and salt until taste, and then pour it over, throw in the spinach. You can mix it all up, and then, boom, you're done.
Boom.
Mac and cheese is a staple. You can't beat it.
See, and there's spinach in it.
Yeah, that's the Popeye.
So it's healthy.
Yes, add spinach to anything, and it's healthy.
Yes, like the banana smoothie, boom, add spinach. Grilled tomato pesto mozzarella sandwich, that's a mouthful. Spinach, boom, healthy.
I feel like that's the equivalent of getting a Big Mac and then a Diet Coke to even it out.
Add spinach to it.
Add a spinach Diet Coke.
Okay, now this next recipe, I would not add spinach to it. So, This next recipe is protein balls. So, no spinach for this one. So, for this one, you want to grab Kodiak protein ball mixture, which is only $4.99. And next you got peanut butter, you get your water, and you got your honey. So, all you got, is $14.10. So that is more for mine, but per serving it's $2.01. So why I include that the protein ball mixture price is because it makes 14.
Yeah.
So you get a lot more in it for only $5.
And since it's a snack, you're probably only grabbing one or two at a time.
Yeah, you're grabbing one or two, so you're getting more out of this one box. So you don't have to go out and buy more peanut butter, more honey when you have the whole mixture to make multiples at one point.
I would have to buy more peanut butter because I could go through like a jar a week. I also used to eat peanut butter raw as a kid.
What do you mean peanut butter raw?
Well, like just a spoon. Just a spoon in the jar.
I do that. That's not weird.
Yeah, I can't even say as a kid. I still do it. I could survive on a jar of peanut butter for 1 week. Well, not one jar, multiple jars, because I would go through all of them. Yeah. But I could survive on just peanut butter for a week and be perfectly comfortable with it. And the protein balls don't sound half bad either. My dad and I used to make them for fishing. So they're fish approved too. Carp go nuts over them.
Like why?
Absolutely
How did
crazed.
you figure this out though?
Some old man fishing trick.
Like,
my dad showed me. Oh,
you know what we should throw out there, Sonny? Some protein balls. Like what?
Well, you can ask that question about anything. Like, who looked at a cow and thought, man, I bet they produce good milk to put in my cereal?
I don't know about that one. The protein balls and the carp are questionable.
Well, it works. If I had to guess, some old man was sitting on a bench eating some protein balls.
Yes.
And he's sitting there reminiscing about the good old days.
Oh, yes.
And he drops one in the water. He's had a bad day. No fish biting. Drops one in the water.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, 15 fish float out. And he's like, my goodness. And then he went to the barber shop.
My goodness.
The barber shop's where all the gossip comes down. So he goes to the barber shop and he says,
That's so true.
Listen, fellas, I was fishing the other day and I dropped a protein ball.
Just like this.
I dropped a protein ball in the water and I was flooded with fish. They were everywhere.
Yes.
And then all of his barbershop buddies, they're all fishermen too because
of course.
Everyone who goes to a barbershop as an old man is a fisherman.
Mm-hmm.
So
logic.
They all went. And when they were fishing, they brought protein balls and dropped them in the water, and everybody caught fish. And then somehow that got to my dad, and then somehow my dad got it to me.
Yes.
And
so the tradition goes on.
So the tradition goes on. So when I have a son, I will teach him about carp and protein balls and how they love them. And then behind my back, he'll sneak a bite of the fish bait, just like I did to my dad.
Yeah.
And you find out that it's pretty good.
Just a tradition.
So protein balls are not only Ashley and Luke approved, but they're fish approved.
Yes. Carp.
So, You know they're good at that point. You know they're good.
Yes, for sure. I definitely recommend these. I eat them a lot, so
Yeah.
100%.
So if you liked any of these recipes that we went over today, you can feel free to head over to Her Talk social medias on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and links to the recipes for all of these things, your entire 5-course meal, which, by the way, all of it together for each serving is under $20. So for $20, you can have all of these at once in their own respective servings.
Yes.
But you can find all of the recipes. They will be available for download and viewing on our social medias as you're watching this. And if you don't know where to find our social media, go look in the description of wherever you're watching this episode, and all of our links will be there. And make sure to tune in for next week when we'll be covering websites, apps, and services that can save you money, because not just food can save you money, but these are different ways that you can make it through your college career without being completely broke. We can't promise you'll be a millionaire, but we can save you a little financial heartache.
We can save you a few bucks.
Just a little bit. Yes. So, thank you for watching.
See ya.